Hello, my peeps. Sorry, something's not working right. Shocker, something's not working right. I don't know. Well, hello. I'm if you're out there and you can hear me, let me know because something's not working right at my end. I can't see anything. Hmm. And it's not opening up the screen for YouTube like it usually does to tell me it's going. Well, hello. Sorry, I opened up my iPad to see if I could see it on my iPad. Forgot about the volume on there. I remembered the volume on my computer though. Okay, well, I don't know. I guess it's going. There's a bit of a delay. That's going to make things weird, but okay. Well, if you're there, say hi, chat in the comments, where you're from, what you're doing. I'm going to quickly run through some updates and then we're going to put together the paper pumpkin kit. I've been having lots of fun. I'm prepping for the next big thing, so there's always something going on. Oh, man, I have made typos lately. I just noticed here it says, "Hey, a great week." So that's my Scottish ancestry coming up. I was doing my newsletter last week and I kept getting interrupted as I was trying to do it. And then so I sent it out and I always go in, I send it to myself so I can go in and check the links and make sure like everything's working like it's supposed to. And I started to read it and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a typo. Oh, there's a typo because it was just one of those days. So I really got to work on it. I got to put a big office hours or on air sign and get the dog and the kid and everything. It'll be like that all summer long. School's out. House is no longer my own. Okay, anyways, hi. Did I say hi? It's Tracey. Stampin' Up Demonstrator, friend of the neighborhood paper pusher. And bit of a mess today. Okay, so this week is meant to be an easy week. Look at that. I'm doing my basic things, but I don't have any big events scheduled or big things. But after this week, I have like 10 straight days of stuff. And then I think I get a week break, and then I have like 8 weeks of straight stuff. So I was trying to like make the most of it, but I decided I should get some stuff ready this week. So I'm actually getting ready for the virtual sale, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I've been out in the garage and I've been cataloging and I'm making lists and getting it all ready because that's the trick to making the virtual ones work, is having it all listed so you can write on it and boom, and everybody gets their answers quick. And anyways, there's just very last minute. I did a sketch this week. It's not showing up very well on the screen, but the I don't want anybody to be confused by this. I just wanted a pattern so it looked like it was I will show you the original on Friday. I'll have to show you because it's on my computer, not on my phone. I was looking through this is a cool sketch file folder that I have on my computer, and there's an actual card I saved that I was like, oh, that sketch would work for a bunch of stuff. So it was a card base with a layer. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Sorry if that was really loud. There was a card base, then there was a layer, then there was a white square that had some stamping and a punched out thing on it. And then there was another white layer that had the sentiment stamped on it. But I couldn't put a white square in a white square. It wouldn't look like anything. So I made this pattern as in it could be. But this is the beauty of a sketch. Do what you want, right? I will make one where it's a DSP. So this was my idea of DSP. But I do have a embossing folder. I look after this, I'm like, oh, I have one that's very similar to this. Maybe I'll make an embossed layer. So there's many things you can do for this sketch. And then in the original one, there was 3 embellishments. They were not huge looking. Like I see this one now looks very huge. But anyway, Mission Monday. That's our thing. I love a good sketch. And yeah, I'll post on Friday. Hopefully you'll do some and post along with me. The sale is still going on. It is done on the 30th, which is next Monday. She says, sneakily trying to look at her calendar page and make sure that she is correct. Yes, Monday. Now, some of the dies are out of stock, which means the bundles and suites and that you won't be able to get right now. But you can still get the stamp sets. You can get some of the bundles. There's lots to choose from, in like anything that's a suite, online exclusives, last chance list, new annual catalog, anything. If there's a suite there, demonstrators, it counts on pre-orders. You can get this 50-50. You just have to be careful and make sure you order like 2 expensive things on one order, so they give you half of an expensive thing off. If you guys want to stock up on paper or embellishments, you can order those as well, and they'll give you half off all the cheapest items on the thing. So you can put like 8 things there, and 4 of them would be half price. The 4 lowest price things would be half price. Still a good deal. Anyways, that's just about over. I do like a good sale, but when a sale goes for the entire month, I really do get tired of talking about it. And I feel like you guys are like, come on already, we know. I need to get a better graphic for this. I do have more than just this graphic. So I'm looking, my iPad, I have to watch my iPad in case there's comments, but I have to look at my other screen so I'm actually in time. Screwing me up. These are the rules, because people are going to want to know what the deal is. I need to make a bigger one of this just so it's more obvious. So a week from Tuesday, so 2 weeks from today, I guess I could have just said, I'm going to do my virtual sale. And I have got stamp sets, bundles. I got some blowout sales. I don't have very many wooden stamp sets left, and they're screwing up my storage solution. So they're like $2 a set. Boom, big, huge sets, great sets. They're gone. Bundles, stamp sets. Oh, I have some standalone dies, some punches, some embossing folders. I have some paper pumpkin kits. I have some of the discontinued, can't get them anymore, full kits of some of the kit collection stuff. I have my kit leftovers, which are always a big hit. And that's just a bag. They're $5 each. Some of them are only $3 if they have less in them, but most of them have like a little stamp set and then whatever's left of the kit. Those ones are $5 each. So even if it's just the stamp set, it's a deal. Some of them, it's like I've taken 1 card of each, made a sample of it, and done nothing else with the kit, you know, because I got distracted or moved on to working on something else. So it's almost a full kit, but it's in the kit sale. I got the $1 bin, I got the $3 bin, I got all sorts of stuff going on. So yeah, getting all that stuff ready. It will start at 6 o'clock, and it will just be this stamp set, number this stamp set. Everybody comments on Facebook. I have to do it on Facebook. I can't do it on YouTube because of the way I need the comments for the bidding, and that's the only way it works. Which I really should leave myself a note to myself, because the last time I tried to go on Facebook, it just did not work. So I have 2 weeks to figure out why and make sure I can stream on Facebook. And then, yeah, I'll just look at it afterwards. The comments all get time-stamped. And I know, and I can tell you for mine, my computer is always behind everything. I could post on my computer and my iPad at the same time. My iPad will be instant. My computer has a delay. I don't know what it is. It just is, but I know that going in. So it is kind of luck of the draw. But yeah, it's just, it'll post it to my time in the order that they came in. I don't think there's anything. I know there's a couple things. I have 2 of the heart-shaped bundles. I know that. And one of the sets of embellishments, I know I have 3 packs of. So most things, it's just one number. There's a couple things where if I have 2 of them, I'll just say, hey, I have 2 of these. And the first 2 people that post get them. But what happens is, so we do all that. And then after the sale, and I do it right away. Like I start the same night. And last time I was done by, I think, noon the next day. I will say to you guys, I will send you an email saying, here's what you got. Here's your total. Go put in a BOGO order and let me know what we're doing for shipping or porch pickup. And we settle all the details then. It's a lot of fun. And you get a lot of good deals. And the best part is you buy all the retired stuff is actually kind of a gift. You basically are just picking the retired stuff to set your amount. And then you use that amount to buy new stuff. So you get all new stuff and you get an equivalent amount of retired stuff as a bonus. And then I send it to you. It's a great deal. I get, it's a great for both of us. I get to clean out some space in my garage and you get to get twice this stuff. Okay, so last time when I did this, I had left my cards in the garage, so I couldn't show you. But so holiday head start, 6th of September, and we're using the suite we used for creativity now this weekend. And so let's be honest. I'm going to put these down and say these are the cards we're making. These were the original cards we were making that I made before the event this weekend. And I love these cards. I love this paper. And there'll be some variety, right? Because you can put all Christmas sentiments. You can put all non-Christmas sentiments. You can do whatever you want with these. These would make, I think these would make good wedding cards. Good, like something like this. Wedding cards, communion, christening, baptism, I don't know, any of those kind of cards, sympathy cards, the peace on earth and the Christmas, absolutely. But then this weekend at Creativity Now, we made this little treat box, which look at this. Mine is slightly smaller than the one that was supposed to be made because I wasn't paying attention and I scored my DSP wrong, so I had to make it slightly smaller. But this is one of those boxes you can scale to whatever size you want. You're only limited by the size of your paper and your imagination. Okay, so there's that box. Oops, I got to show that one last. So then we made this card. Oh, and this card, I'm going to use two hands for everything. This card has a little tag. So on the one this weekend, I don't remember what it actually said. I changed mine. So mine says sending love. And I put, look at this Secret Sea glimmer paper. Oh, let's look at the adorable little envelope. And I still have my little stash of these old hearts that I have. Does that not look like my logo? You see the familiarity? Look down there in the corner. I know, I just loved it. But anyways, so this is a great little, just kind of a fun surprise little card. And it doesn't have to be sympathy, it could be a birthday card. It could be a Christmas card, just change the sentiments. My mom had asked me to make her some sympathy cards. Hence the reason I have a bunch that say that are sympathy cards, because I was making them to give to her. Look at this card. Super simple, super beautiful. You could do this with just about any DSP. And then we made this card and we made this envelope. Look at this envelope. This envelope is the best shape. I love this envelope. We used to have the punch board and it was a lot more steps. This one is super easy to make and I just love the shape of it. And then we made this card. Now at first I was like, I'm not sure if I like that card. And then I actually, because I saw a picture, then I made it in person and I decided, I do like that card. And this is the card I think we're going to make next Tuesday. I'm going to do it. I have to record next Tuesday because I have a full 3 different things on Tuesday. So on Monday I'm going to make, but I think I'm going to make it with all different suites or like suite of products. But look at this card. So this flops open. I changed mine a little bit from Stampin' Ups as well. Added a little extra layer, a little extra stamping. But isn't that a cool fun fold? And then it ties back up. And then it has an envelope to fit in. Ta-da! Although I'm pretty sure it would fit in a regular envelope. The only problem with this one is the ribbon. Oh no, it would easily fit in a regular envelope. But they did, but this pattern for the DSP envelope, oh, it was fantastic. Okay. So we'll be doing some projects with that. And so when we do have the class, like this will be out and there'll be a whole bunch of strips of paper. So you're basically picking your paper. I will have a whole bunch of birds pre-cut just to make it faster. And a whole bunch of the sprigs and stuff like that. And they'll be in, so this is actually cloud cover. I thought it was silver, but when you look at it against the paper, you can sort of see that. Cloud cover, Secret Sea, and I'm not sure what the middle blue, which one it is. It matches the ribbon, this shimmery pretty ribbon. But I'll have a bunch of extra pieces cut out so you can sort of adapt, and then there'll be different sentiments to choose from and stuff. But there might just be extra pieces from extra cards. I don't know. I'm having so much fun playing with that suite that who knows what they'll be there. Okay. Christmas extravaganza. We still have the same 7 seats left. We sort of and then stopped. We won't know till the end of July. 30th of July, we'll know what the suite is. All the information will be out the morning of the 31st. 30th, we get to see the catalog, but not until afternoon. So I can't promise you'll see anything on the 30th. First thing, 31st, you will see it. Registration ends the 1st of August. You can also get it to go or porch pickup if you can't make the in-person one. And our thing this weekend we saw, but I'm pretty sure, if I understood correctly, we saw the suite that is for World Card Making Day. Aurora Borealis people with some amazing dies and paper. So we'll be doing a card with that as like a added World Card Making Day bonus. Okay, let's talk paper pumpkin. So this is a July kit. You have till the 10th of July. Kits are great, love them, awesome. Look at the cute strawberries. But look at these dies. These are the January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Okay, this is the quarter 3 dies for 2025. And it goes with the July, August, and September kits, right? These are the dies. I have them in my hot little hands now. They're a full set of dies. Like, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces. $16.50. This is amazing value right on its own. I don't even have the stamp sets yet. I have seen a sneak peek of the July one, and I know there's a stamp that says "Hello, friend," and something about sweetest day or sweetest birthday or something. And there's a little strawberry image, and I think the flower image, maybe. I don't even know. But it didn't matter because I saw these things and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited about them. Because the strawberry goes with July, the acorn and the leaf go with September. And honestly, I have no idea what goes with August because all it says is you get an extra stamp set in August. But I'm going to assume it's the circle. But you know me, I got to play. So I made 2 cards using nothing but the dies. Oh, no, that's not. Well, for the most part, it's the dies. So there's the hello, there's the circle, there's the strawberries, which are 2 pieces, right? There's a background piece, and then there's this one on top. So I cut the background out of black, this one out of red with the adhesive sheet. So you can see the little seeds. This lovely green leaf has the extra piece that goes on top of it to get the texture. Flowers have the texture. The only thing different is I added just a background. And I always forget what this thing is. I absolutely love this embossing folder. I forgot what it was. But anyway, so there's one card. And then, oh, you know me, I love fall. I'm not a summer person. As soon as summer starts, I start looking forward to fall and winter. And so I love all things fall, but I especially love the fall weather. But this is the fall one. So here's the same strawberry bottom, different little acorn cap, same hello. And then these are the leaves that go with it. And look at that. And this swirly or waves or something embossing folder. Both embossing folders are current. I could look them up, but I just forgot to. But look at this card. Ooh, love it. Love it. This fall, these words are the new stamps that they came with. One of the 2 stamp sets that came with the month by month scrapbook kit. So easy to use and make letters because I wanted, there is a stamp in there that says autumn, but I don't know anybody who actually calls it autumn. I don't know, everybody I know calls it fall. I think autumn might be a more American or more European term. So I just made my own. Hello, fall. Glad to see you. Anyway, so I was playing with those. That was lots of fun. And then last but not least, we got a sneak peek, like a sneak peek. So normally, and I will go next Monday, I will go on to the Australian site and I will look up the new kits and I will find out the prices and all the details because I'm going to be ordering on the 2nd of July on Tuesday. Actually, I'm probably going to be ordering it like very late because I have from 7 till about 6:30 on Tuesday. I'm busy. I'm going to find little windows in there. So I'll probably be just stay up right till midnight and order at midnight. But I will get you the stuff on Monday. So if you want to get in on that order, because I'm not ordering as much, especially over the summer. And so if you guys don't have enough stuff for a group order to like do the shared shipping, I no longer am doing it because I'm not ordering a ton of extra stuff because I don't have stuff going on over the summer. So you either pay in full shipping or you got to wait till the beginning of the next month. So if you want your stuff, I'm just giving you a heads up. So this time I'm giving you a heads up on the heads up. So this is what we know. We know one of the kits is called Sweet and Spooky, and it has 15 little Halloween treat bags in it. There's 5 each of 3. I do not know the price yet or any more details than that, like the size of the bags or anything. They look pretty cute. This one looks like a little haunted house. That one's got like spooky pumpkins, and this is more starry background. I absolutely love these. And I think last year they had the Halloween kit, I think was an August one, and it sold out very quickly. And then by the time they got it back in, it was November because they couldn't turn it around that fast. So I think that might be why they thought, let's release a Halloween one a bit earlier this time. So if it sells out, we have time to restock. And then the other one, look at this fantastic one. And this one, it's funny because we got lots of information on this kit. This one, we just get a picture and the fact that it's called Birthday Fancy. So I can see 5 different cards here. I mean, these ones are very similar, and some of them are similar, but they're different like die cuts. So I don't actually know how many. There could be 5. It could be, they've started doing some of the newer kits where it's a smaller amount and a smaller price point. And this one looks to me like it might not even have stamping in it. I think it's got some pre-made labels. Because that says something. This says time to celebrate. Greatest something. The picture's not that great. And this is wishing you, anyway. But so I don't know enough about it, but it looks like a great birthday set with like all the pre-cut, die-cut cakes and everything to go with it. I'm thinking these are great. I'm ordering both of those. So if you want either of those kits, it will be in next Monday's newsletter, and I will have more information on the exact price and stuff, but start planning now because like I said, now that I think about what I got to do, it'll be midnight. I'll be putting the order in at midnight because it's all the online exclusives. Oh, I forgot to bring this, just a sec. All the online exclusives that demonstrators could pre-order go live for customers on that day. plus some new kits. It's going to be a busy day for ordering, and I don't want to be waiting in line. Which reminds me, I did order some. I didn't order a ton of them, but I did order some. So I'll show you that real quick, and then we'll do the kit. So I ordered the greatest Halloween paper. Okay, so this is called Sunflower 3D. That's very self-explanatory, isn't it? It is one of the big babies. 6x8, I want to say 6. Oh, look at me go. 6x8.5. I was pretty close. So it's got these huge sunflowers, and I have already seen demonstrators doing lots because, well, one, you could put 2 card fronts in at a time, which is a bonus. But you can also just sort of pick where you want your thing to go, emboss it with the sunflowers, and then you could, well, I think I've seen one that must have been colored with blends afterwards, or you can use like your little blending brushes and just cut. Oh, so many options. It's gorgeous. I have to grab the paper. I'm just gonna put this here for a sec so you can peruse, and then I'll talk. I gotta grab my paper. And like I said, for demonstrators, all these suites count, or this was not a suite, but anything that's in a suite counts. So yeah, this one's called Tractor and Co. And you can do, I love this little, hey, chicken. Thanks for pulling me through season's greetings. Hey, it's your birthday. Thinking of you. So there's corn, pumpkins, hay, Christmas trees, this tractor. And then look at all these dies. Like all the tractor pieces are in here, and tires and the little rims and the steering wheel and all the, oh, there's all the tires. These are not tires, these are fenders. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have so much fun playing with this set. And then absolutely love this. So long time no see. Certain sets you just look at and you go, what? But sorry, I'm a little behind. I just cannot wait to make a card that just has this dog's behind on it that says, sorry, I'm a little behind. And then this long time no see. So you can either make the dog or the, I don't know if that's a llama or an alpaca, quite honestly. Now that I think of it, it could be either one. I don't really know. But you can make the extra long neck on either one of them. And then look at this, just a happy birthday to Merry Christmas. How handy are those, right? And yeah, just a nice little photopolymer. Does it say there? Yeah, these images, it says they're 90%. But look at the little dash hound. And this, even this guy without the long neck it's just flipping adorable. Look at how long this neck is. Or body in this case. Anyways, this, I just saw it, I just loved it. So those are from the online exclusives, the stuff that's going live in July 2nd. And then seriously, I love Halloween stuff. And I do make a lot of Halloween treats. So this is one of the DSPs. I'm just gonna do a little bit. So this is all one scene. And so I envision like a very cool home decor project with that. These ones are perfectly sized for card fronts. Now you get 2 of each. This is the flip side of that one. Look at these beautiful colors. This one, tons of candy. And this is black with little orange flecks in it. You can't really see, but it looks like they did like black smushing, right? Like streaking, and then went across the whole thing, and there's little orange bits in it. It doesn't show up super well, but it's there. And then look at this, windows. Oh, and there's little like cats, unimpressed looking cat, but cats in the windows. Love that. That's the back side of that one. A ton of little labels and tags. So like all of these, what is that, 6, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24 tags or little bits and pieces you can make for decorating things. Oh, that's why. They came with the iridescent treat bags as part of the suite. And sorry, I have been busy last week. I didn't really get my stuff squared away. So it comes with these little treat bags. So I think the idea is, and I never got the stamp set or the dies that go with this one because I could see that what I wanted to make, I could make with just these pieces. But it's, I don't know if this is going to show. There you go. Iridescent, or as I like to call it, oil slick. So these treat bags, how many are in here? There's 20 of. They are food safe. I'm trying to get it back in the bag. So yeah, you get a bag of those, and then yeah, you could just make all the little tags, and oh, how cute is that? I like to give people, like even grown-ups, like trick-or-treating, but I just like to hand it out to people. And that's the backside. There's some great just neutral patterns in here. This one cracks me up. And so the stamp set and the dies do have really adorable, like 2 little creatures. I can't remember which ones now. And the die will cut them out. But this paper has more characters in it. And I'm okay with fussy cutting, but look at these guys. this little bat that's hiding and pretending to be a ghost to trick or treats. Oh my goodness, it's adorable. And then this is the little orange background. And then the other part that goes, I guess, with the tags and the making the bags is you get 2 of these sheets of die cuts. They all pop out. All of the little bats and things and characters and all of these pop out. You can pop this out and then pop out the bubbles to go on top of it. Right? It's an amazing set of paper. I'm not pick up my thing. This one is called Spooky and Sweet or something like that. Spooky Sweet. There's no and, just Spooky Sweet. You know what just occurred to me? Oh, look at me go. Just a minute. Had a thought. Because this is Spooky Sweet and this is Spooky and Sweet. They are very similar. They're not the exact same characters, but they're very similar. I'm going to guess that this kit is going to work with this. Oh, look at me coordinating without even knowing it. Okay. And then, oh, there's a whole bunch of other sweets. Yeah, I'll have to, you can see them online starting next Tuesday, the 2nd. I have a sheet that shows them all, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share that. Anyways, there's a whole bunch more goes online next week. So I want to be at the start of the line. That was the whole start of the story. Lots of fun stuff. I'll see if I can't figure out the online exclusives, a way to show you guys those before I do the group order. Okay, so then, what day did this come? What day is today? I think this actually came on Friday. And so I did open it and have like a quick peek because I just have no patience. But I held off on putting it together. This one coordinates with one of the new online exclusives. And it's something, the paper pumpkin kit is called Full of Charm. And the new suite, it's a whole suite. There's paper, there's like a stamp set, bundle, stamp set, dies, so a bundle, paper, ribbon, embellishments, and maybe an embossing folder. Anyways, it's a big suite. It's beautiful florals. And it has charm in the name. I've just forgotten what it is. So this is the stamp set, though, that coordinates. So you can sort of mix and match if you want. So we've got Let's Celebrate You, Thank You, Happy Birthday to a Wonderful Friend, Miss You, and some florals. We have a Pretty Peacock Stampin' Spot. And then let's see what else we got going here. This one has lots of cool die cuts, and they look like leaded glass windows, like the gold leading. I don't know if gold leading is actually makes any sense because those are kind of opposites, but so yeah, this one is called Full of Charm. We're fighting with everything. So yeah, there's the little florals, and they're designed to look like they're not solid images. They're designed to look like you've already done all the shading on them. But look at these little, like, happy birthday, thank you to a wonderful friend. Those are awesome little sentiments. Those are very much use them more than once kind of sentiments. Funny enough, I was getting rid of stuff from, or not getting rid of, but putting stuff into my retired product sale. And I had one big stamp set bundle. And I haven't used it a ton, but it has this nice little thank you that's small and is just in very like capital letters. Nice. And I thought, you know what? I must have another stamp set that says thank you. I'm keeping this entire bundle and dies and everything from being used just because that one thank you that I like. It is so close to this thank you right here. It's not even funny. So I've already sold that one. Look at me go. Okay. So, oh, this one's got pieces. It's got lots of pieces. Okay, so this one has all the same envelopes. The envelopes are cool. One of the card fronts I thought had, yes, one of the card fronts has a similar design, but the envelopes all have kind of this little lattice work and it's kind of orange. So let me see. Let's guess a timid tiger. Colors on the back, timid tiger it is. So yeah, down here it tells you, on the back here, instructions, it tells you the colors. So there's the envelopes. We're just going to pop those off to the side for now. Ooh, I was sitting rather precariously on the other stuff that I just set there. Okay, let's see what goes with what. Make us some cards. I knock everything over because I have all my other stuff also piled precariously. Okay. Oh, we got some dimensionals and some blue dots. We did have a roll of tear and tape. I put that off to the side already. Okay, let's do it this way because I've got card bases. So this card base is going to have one of these die cuts over top of it. So it's got the watercolor flowers on the bottom. Look at that. Very pretty. This is the one that looks like the envelopes, only this one is gold. I didn't mention it on the first one, but this one, the little flecks that are on it, gold also. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because this is taking up too much with them. Like that. We have one. Well, see, what I like about this one is I can change it and make it landscape if I want. What does this one look like? I don't even remember what's on this one. We have that one. Move that out of the way. And then I'm gonna find my other card base before we get to all the bits and pieces. Oh, and then this one is, I didn't realize they all had gold on them. Oh, fancy. This one is like it kind of reminds me of the time worn type embossing folder, only it's just gold. And yes, any one of these cards could be split in two, mounted on basic white cardstock, and you've got yourself some fancy gold layers for making different cards. All right, let's go with, what's that one going? This one. So we have a nice little round sentiment. It's got little, let's see it. Make it focus. There we go. It's got little stamped edge on it. The blue in this one here looks very cool, but it's really just making little corner markings on the, got my hand over top of the other one. That one goes with this one. And then this fun diamond shaped one, not surprisingly, goes with the diamond card. So those are, and there's, I think there's 3 of each. So we get one extra one of each of these little sentiment things. So you can make extra stuff afterwards if you want. Okie dokie, look at this. Okay, so this one is for the diamond card. This one is also for the diamond card. And then this one I'm trying very carefully not to rip, because you will see in a minute. I'm gonna find where to start. Once you start, it's usually easier. And then if you just put your thumb where you can see where the attachments are, you can pop them up pretty easily without having to worry about ripping them. But you got to get that first one started to get your system working. But look at this. This is some pretty die cutting. Get that out of the way. So this die cut, that one, is the one that is going to go. It's watercolor. So this is green. This is more of a like espresso color, and it makes me think of like that. It looks kind of like wood. And if I lined it up properly, just got to get it there. There we go. It just fits in this card. Like this is a huge die cut, but if you pop it over like that, it goes over top and makes it look like the stained glass. So we got 2 more of those for the other 2 cards. And then, holy, this is a huge die cut too. Look at this thing. I got it all. There we go. So this one is going to make the corner, but look at that. That's huge. That one goes there. And then we have some dark, these look like mossy meadow leaves. Again, very fine, trying to not rip them as I pop them out. That one goes on that one. And then this looks like some peacock. What's the name of the color? Pretty peacock. Pretty peacock. Some leaves on this one that also go with that one. That's that. Okay, so that's all the bits and pieces. We got bits and pieces. All right, finally, a somewhat clean piece of scratch paper. Okay, so I think all I have really is sentiments, and then like for stamping is sentiments. Oh no, this one has stamping of leaves. And then I was going to say I could use the like this nice big leafy stamp here, I think, which I guess I could show you on here where you can actually see. I think that might work, or this one, maybe both, for the insides, to do the insides. So I'm going to get a bunch ready. Now, some of the labels are obviously for the bigger sentiments. Again, we'll do this. So like miss you and let's celebrate you will fit in the bigger ones. And then this little skinny guy over here looks like it's just going to fit one of those ones. So I'm going to make To My Wonderful Friend fit in this label. Okay, so this, if you do up, it makes sense that they would make it so you could. It's going to fill this label. To a Wonderful Friend is going to fill that label. But it fits, because I'm just doing happy birthday now. I need some more birthday cards. I'm just going to do happy. I'm going to do happy birthday, and I'm going to make sure as crooked as possible as I put it on there. Okay, we'll do that. So that's if you're having trouble getting it straight. I mean, you can see through these, so it makes it a little easier to line up. But you do kind of want it straight onto the block. You can just lay it down on your table or your paper or whatever. For whatever reason, I can't get this to stop sticking to my hand. Usually it does. Just line it up like that. Let go of it so that it's not like your hands aren't forcing it one or the other. And then pick it up with the block. So I'm at a bit of an angle on the block, but the stamp itself is straight. It's not crooked anymore. It's just how I can. When they're small, flimsy stamps, like when they're skinny, that makes them a little more flimsy. Sometimes they just have a mind of their own with. Sorry, I'm trying to think what I was doing. With how they bend. These guys are, more bigger, more solid. It's less likely that that's going to be the problem. And then this one here, to me, looks more like this big one in the leafy branches. This looks more like flowers. But I think like one of the things you can do afterwards, you make as many things as you want. So yeah, you could stamp, I like that they're two separate stamps, because you could stamp this in, I want to say petunia. Well, let's just see if I'm right. A petunia pot. Nope, berry burst. Berry burst. And then you could stamp the leaves in, that looks like old olive. And because they're two separate ones, then you get the two different colors instead of having to like color or do any little techniques. That's always a good thing. Okay, let us start. Put away the ink spots. So let's start with putting some ink. Okay, so I'm going to start with the sentiments. And because these are new, as I say every time, we're going to stamp and squish, a little bit of smudge in there just to get that all cleaned up from any production issues. Happy birthday. And this one. You don't actually need a card that says miss you. So I'm not using the miss you one, but let's celebrate you. It's always a good thing. Celebrate everybody. This goes this way, right? Just before I stamp on it, I should probably make sure I know what I'm doing. Yes. So we're just going to stamp like that. Going to go on there. And then I'm going to see if this fits in here. Yeah, it does. So funny. I'm trying to make sure it's not crooked. It's a circle. I can just move the circle. Let's celebrate you. There we go. And then, I'll just put this off to the side and I'll do the insides later. In the interest of time, I will do the insides later. Because I like to kind of let them sit and fluff a little bit too, so that I don't smudge the inside. Okay, let us start with, let's start with the big bad daddy here. Okay, so normally when I'm doing this, I will use my own glue dots because they're just on the roll and they're easier. But the thing is, they're also bigger. So when you get the ones in the kit are usually smaller. And so they work a little better. I need my pokey tool. Glue dots. And what it's showing us is, like some of these you could definitely fit the bigger glue dots on. There's not a place here, I don't think, like other than the leaves on the sides, there's not a place on here where you're going to be able to put a dimensional. But we're putting this straight down. You probably could, I guess you could use glue, although even though the glue dots don't seem like it, they do give you like a little bit of dimension. They give you just a little bit of separation. I like that. I like having some stuff is flat down, like with seal or with the white glue. Some stuff is on glue dots, which gives it a little bit. Some stuff's on dimensionals, which gives it more, right? And then you get all sorts of different layers on your card. Oh, it's sort of coming off, so we'll just take it off. And so I'm basically just trying to find on the instructions, it shows 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12-ish glue dots. Oh, wait a minute, I missed something. Oh, that's what that's for. Okay, I missed one. Sorry, we're gonna go back and do a little more stamping because I missed one. I'll figure out what I do with the stamp set. First, is it underneath the ink pad? No. Seriously? How did I lose the stamp set on my desk? Good Lord. Is it right in front of me and I just don't see it? I put that there, no. You know, I could have swore it was right here underneath these guys. Oh my God. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, I cannot believe I lost the stamp set. Okay, so I just noticed as I'm looking to count the glue dots that they actually took this leaf and stamped on the card base. So every now and again I luck out and I notice things before it's too late. So I'm going to do that now just so it gives it a second to dry before we have to put this over top of it. Okay, so what it shows that I just noticed is we're going to stamp. I did my little conditioning. We're going to stamp one of their little pretty peacock leaves there. And then we're going to stamp 2 up at the top. Which means, while I have it out, this makes way more sense to stamp this little guy on the inside. And because the envelope's already decorated, I don't feel like I need to stamp on the envelope. You could if you want, but I feel like that's good. Okay, so now that I noticed that, oops, let's close the ink pad before we wear it. Okay, so yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm looking anywhere there's a bigger, like an intersection or the back of a leaf or anywhere that's a little bit bigger. And I'm popping in a glue dot. And it's not like this card is going to get manhandled really badly, but you want enough that it's not getting pulled around. So I think I'm good actually with that many. Pop off all the back pieces. Now, if you're not at all sure, what you want to do before you pull all the backs off, that's upside down. Nope, maybe it wasn't. Okay, if you want to get your orientation first before it's all sticky on the back, do that. So I figured it out and I flipped it. Flip it whichever way works for you. For me, I know that I'm going to pick this up towards myself, like pick it up like this, flip it over and put it on the card. I mean, I'm going to put it like angled the right way, but yeah, I'm going to angle it that way. So, but whichever, like if you want to put it like flip sideways, whatever makes sense in your brain for how you would flip it. Because if you line it up, forget how you flip it, make it all sticky, well, you kind of defeated the purpose. So just, yeah, whatever, there's no right or wrong. It's you. Okay, so now we're just picking all the backs off. This pokey tool, super handy. My nails are getting long and unruly right now, but I still find it easier to do. I'm not used to having nails. I've always kept them cut quite short. Because I got very dirty fighting fires. And so, but now that I'm not doing that anymore, sometimes they tend to get away. But anyways, yeah, I still find the take your pick tool way easier. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to lining this up. So the blue leaves that we inked on do not line up with this. Everything else does. I had it all lined up until I set it down and then I somehow screwed it up. So I'm just going to put, I don't know if it's going to line up perfectly, but there we go. I'm just going to put the, there we are. I'm going to start at the bottom and then like kind of lay it down as I go up. So that is pretty. And then I put away the dimensionals, but pretty sure even if they don't tell me so, yes. I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this guy. And pop it in the middle of all this beauty. Get your backings off here. That I can usually do with my hands, but sometimes the picking them up off the paper, not so much. Look at that. Is that a pretty card? Ooh. Okay, then we have this one, which has 3 different bits and pieces. Let me just make sure, was I supposed to be stamping anything else? Yes, I was. See, this time I'm going to check. This is going to make it really easy to decide what goes on the inside, because apparently I'm going to stamp on the outside of all of these. Okay, so this one, did I stamp on this one yet? No, I did not. Okay, so this one, I'm going to go over here and give it the smudge treatment. There we are. On the water bottle. This one, we are putting a leaf up and a leaf down. So we're jazzing up our card bases. Oh, while I have it out, I'm going to put one on the center too. I'm just going to turn that a bit sideways. I don't know if I'm stamping on the last one. Am I stamping on the last one? Yep, looks like I am. Okay, so this I want dimensionals on. So yeah, if I'd been paying attention, I would have done all the stamping at the beginning. But that's okay, because these cards go together pretty quick. What did I say? You got three each of 3. So if you were just sat down, started making them, and you weren't me rambling and trying to show you things as I go, yeah, you'd be done this in no time. This one I'm going to wait because this one nudges up. You know, it's funny because I was thinking to myself, and I don't want to criticize Stampin' Up. They do a great job, but I was looking at this card and I was thinking, I'm surprised there's not embellishments. These cards with all this gold really look like they should have embellishments. So you know how I pulled this out? Oh, look, gold embellishments. Because I'm looking at this card and I can see very obviously there's 3 gold embellishments. So yeah, maybe one should flip the things over. So in this case, there are these adhesive backed sequins, and there's big ones and little ones. And each card gets 1 big one and 2 little ones. And because I was doing this, like the 2 A Wonderful Friend fills in the whole thing. This one doesn't, this doesn't quite fill it in. That one's too big. But I wanted to put like some, I don't even know. I'm trying to look in their picture and see where they put theirs. But I feel like you could put one on the end of this thing. Then if you put it only on one end, it might, let me put it on the dark part. It might make it unbalanced if you don't put it on both ends. So I think they just had it like on either side. There we go. So yes, we'll put the gems on there. And this time I'll remember the gems first. Okay. This one had the tear tape. And where is this? I'm trying to figure out if this guy's, is he tucked in on top, behind, what? He's over top. Okay. So we're going to pop this guy out. They do have very good instructions. I really should like just look at them more carefully, but I'm really just kind of glancing as I wing it, because usually I can just look at the picture and tell. And I'm trying to make this lots of times, especially if I'm doing a kit where somebody else has done the work and I'm just like having a nice little play, I will putz and I will go so slow. Right? So I'm trying to make that a little less torturous for you guys. Okay, so this is going to go like this. This is going to go here. This little flower is going to hang off. So this guy, you want to, and I'm dry fitting because I like to have an idea where things are going to go. So it shows in the instructions to put glue dots on the back of this, which you could. I personally think that the little mini dimensionals will fit there, especially if you cut them in half. I'm going to cut from the edge. I get a long skinny piece. But I'm going to put it on 2 of these leaves because I like dimensionals. It's my kit and I can do what I want. I'm going to do that. And then the other thing that you can do, because I know that the edge of this is going to tuck underneath. You can do one of 2 things. Make sure that when you put this on, that the dimensional hits it, or figure out where you're going. So by putting it on the top, so I put it on the 2 leaves, but I didn't put it here. So this is kind of standing up. But when I do what I'm going to do here, which is just going to be take a little piece of tear and tape, or you could take a glue dot too. And I'm just going to tape this end down as soon as I can get the tape to not stick to my finger. There we go. Then I actually get like a slanted piece. It's a little bit extra dimension. And then this one, I'm just going to pop these off that we already put on. Because it possibly I will hit it, possibly I will not. I'm also going to peel this backing off so that if my dimensional does hit it, it actually sticks to it. Because if you stick it to the back of the, is this off to the side or in the middle? I can do what I want. It kind of works in the middle. If you stick your dimensional backing and it hits the tape, it's not going to stick as well to the shiny tape backing. So you're better to take your chances. Oh, and you know, funny enough, you should pay more attention to where this diamond's going. I can see the tear and tape just peeking out just a little bit here, but luckily for me, that's where the flower is going. So it's not really going to matter as much. But yeah, just make sure you got it tucked under what I did with my dimensionals. There we go. So instead of trying to put it on the back of the flower and hit the exact right spot, that's why I'm going to put the dimensional beside the label instead. And then I'm just going to set my flower on top of it. So I've got a little bit of schmutz. There we go. Oh, look at that. Oh, this might be my fave. I love the way that turned out. And then we're just going to put the bigger one up there. Oh, look at that card. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Moving things around as I go. Okay, last card. How am I doing on time? 6 minutes. We can do it. Yes. Okay, so I am going to stamp. See, if I had looked at the instructions, it actually shows you that you are stamping the sentiment and stamping the flowers. But no, I just was like, in my own world, doing what I think. Not that doing it slightly out of order is really any big deal. Yeah. I don't know. I just like that those ready to go. Yeah. And this one is going to go behind it. Oh, love how that looks. Look how those curve around like that. Oh my God, that looks good. Okay, this. Oh, they're just taping it flat. I guess because I popped that up, I can't have them all popped up. So this one, it shows hair and tape. Tear and tape down there. And then a nice little piece there. And a nice little piece there. Backing up. A little. So I have a garbage under my desk, but I have a little garbage that's like right in front of me. And it's basically just full of dimensional backings, tear and tape backings, backings from what is this stuff called? Adhesive sheet. This goes right like smudged into the corner. I didn't realize this fits perfectly. So that makes it easier instead of trying to worry about like how much to center it. It lines up perfectly into the side of that card. Gosh darn it. See, I got all excited about the card. Now, because there's some gold embossing on here, because I haven't like pushed this down super hard, I'm going to pull it back up again. If you start to do this and it starts to rip, just accept your mistake and don't pull it up. But I figured I could get away with this. I'm only really going to pull up this much of it. And I'm just going to try to hold it out of the way. Because yes, I knew I had to stamp on the base of this card, and I didn't because I wasn't paying attention again. So this is, remember I told you, it's going to help us decide what goes on the inside, because we've used all three of the image stamps now for the outside, so that naturally goes on the inside. Okay, so this one you want to stamp up there, and I'm going to caution to go straight up and straight down. Try to be very careful about moving it because the paper is lined with gold foil. And I don't have to lift the bottom one because it's, ouch, just far enough out of the way. And then I'm going to put this down. There we go. See, it's just peeking out. If I had forgot and I was going to risk ripping my paper to add that in, I'd have been quite fine to just move on and not do it. And then I'm going to put a little one on the, actually, this is a very long, I want to, some people would probably be like, no, don't leave too much room on the inside. But on the off chance that you need to actually write a bunch of stuff on the inside, make it so not quite so big. There we go. So now we have that. And then we'll go back to the glue dots again. Funny enough, where this goes is like perfectly, I'm going to pull that back a little bit. Okay, glue dots, glue dots. So this one, again, we're just going to pick the backs of the leaves because it's the biggest surface area. Sure need to do every leaf. I was on a roll there. I was just doing the leaves. Yeah, just do most. There we go. That's enough. And then pop our little backs off of here. This is why I use the ones in the roll. And actually for the leaves, these leaves are a little bit bigger, so the ones on the roll would actually work. I got that one off, but I can't pick it up. There we go. I'm going to use the putty end too and just slid them off. That too late. And we're just going to turn this over like this. Add that on. Pop that down. We have this one, and then we have 3 more embellishments. We are done. Look at that. These are great little cards. Oh, love how they turned out. Here's my open ink. Where am I going to put these? I want to be able to see them. Put one over there. Here. I'm looking on the picture. Oh, they have one down here. Oh, that's close. I'm just putting mine where I can see them. You can bury them in the stuff, and then they're, I guess, a bit of a surprise, but oh, it's a little more obvious than that. So there we go. What did I say this kit was called? Look at that. It's 4 o'clock. That was a reminder to go attend to the crock pot. It is called Full of Charm. And we have 3 charming, not sure I'm picking those up, floral cards. Look at that. Love it. Okay, folks, thank you very much. Lots of show and tell today. I will post some pictures. I can post pictures of these cards. I don't think I put it in the newsletter, but I'll post them on Facebook too. My little cards I made with the paper pumpkin guys. And then I've got the links and everything were in my newsletter, but I'll probably post those again for the upcoming registrations for classes. And yeah, if you want to get anything if you want to get anything in on the 2nd of July order, you need to let me know by the 1st of July. I realize it's a holiday here, but I will be doing it like last minute after I've recovered from everything else during the day. I'll do it like after supper, and then I'll be putting my order in at midnight. So you want to add anything to the group order, let me know. And if you have questions about anything else, give me a ring.